says I'm live. Alrighty. Hey, Stuck, how you doing, man? If you would, real quick, what does the sound and the video look like? My head isn't extremely wide, and I don't know. I don't know what I did, but the other day uh, it wasn't proportional. But it looks okay, I think. Let me know. See what you think. If the audio and the video are okay. I put out a video on the fish and my wife butchering my beard off, but it seemed like everybody liked it. She'd just as soon have me without my beard. I'll be here in about 5 minutes watching. Okay, no problem. Yeah, he makes me hungry. I can't watch him that often. But hey, Andy, what's up, man? Okay, good. So the audio's all right and the video's okay. I guess I got to upgrade to StreamYard. I tried to do it. This camera that I have, although I'm going to change it, is capable of 1080, and it's. Um, I guess I got to upgrade or something. It asked me right before I came on. I guess I'll do it after this one. Probably won't be a real long live stream. She missed a bit. Yeah, yeah. If it was up to her, when I first got out of the ICU and then went into I was in the regular room for 1 month, and I think I mentioned it before that I had hired for 500 baht the RNs that were actually taking care of me in ICU to come and take care of me so my wife could go to work. Well, she got a hold of my clippers and stuff, and her and the one of the RNs was gonna butcher my beard back off while I was in there, and I stopped them. But yeah, if she had her druthers, it would be shaved off. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess it looks all right. I'm so used to it. I mean, years ago, it used to be way down. In fact, when I would ride my bike, it would separate in the middle and go up over my shoulders. Um, but that was a little excessive. Plus, like a couple people had said, it's hotter than the hubs of hell. Or can be. Not so much the heat as the humidity here in Thailand. But I don't run around when it's sweltering. You know, even when I go over to the house and do I get out of the truck just long enough to run some video, you know, and then get back in the truck and run the air conditioner and sit for a while. But it uh, I don't know. It's going to be a lot cooler. There's hardly anything left of it, which is good, I guess. But I need to lose some weight too. I got to stop feeding this pie hole in my face. So what else is new and exciting? Anybody have any kind of anything they want to talk about? The situation, at least here in Surin, and I think throughout most of Thailand is mandatory masks. Is the only thing I know of right now that's for every province in Thailand, and that's the only way that. And I heard that they might even be pulling people over for this. But if you're alone in a vehicle, you don't have to have a mask on. If it doesn't matter whether it's a family member, whoever's in your vehicle, and there's more than just the one, um, you have to have a mask on. So that's really weird because I'm sitting here with my wife laying in bed. We get up, shower, and now we go in the truck, and I don't know. But anyway, whatever they say. But I just wear it even when I'm by alone driving, just in case. I did hear a couple of hearsay deals that people had gotten cited for riding, driving around with by themselves without a mask. But I mean, I don't know. Uh, I'm going to wear the damn mask. It isn't that big of a deal, and I have a hard time with it because of my breathing. But I'm still going to wear the mask. But I don't know. Like we said before, it's not. Doesn't have to be a rocket scientist to know that if I got a mask on and you got a mask on, there's going to be less chance of me or you, uh, you know, uh, getting anything. So, but yeah, I don't know. Everything else, there was my wife went to Macro and a few days ago and said that things are starting to, you know, a lot of people are going in and getting stuff, which is normal. I think this time I told her, why don't we just try like Panda or Macro app or Big C app? Why don't we order? I mean, they don't charge much, so we might try that because we need some little bit of stuff, butter, bread, eggs, that kind of stuff. But she likes to get that stuff. Like if it was up to her, we'd already been over to the green market this morning, which I like to go to. Let me see. Oh, I forget I get to do this. Oh yeah, I'm so high tech. People with medical issues should not be told to wear. You know, it I wouldn't go out like I heard that it doesn't matter whether you're exercising or not exercising. I absolutely could not uh, exercise, even walking. I think most of the parks are closed now, but just walking in the heat, I can't do that. And then when I was going to the gym, which I was just getting ready to start going again, when this whatever it is, third wave or whatever it hit, now she doesn't want me to go anywhere. But I never wore it inside the gym either. Either did 95% of the people that went to the gym. But I just couldn't. There's no way. I even just walking around the house property over there, if it's in the middle of the day, gets to me. Without a mask, I'm all right, and I'm hoping it's going to get better. I don't even want to. I don't want to. Excuse me. I don't even want to go back to the doctor because I've had the last couple of nights. I'm not short of breath, but a little bit weird breathing, different from my normal, to where it would wake me up and stuff. So, but I'm not even going to. I'm not even going to go. I'm afraid to go to the doctor in case he said, "Okay, well, we're going to give you, a COVID test," and 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 like I said, I've heard nightmares about even inconclusive tests, and they'll ship you off to a field hospital or something. So I don't even want to take a chance unless I get nervous enough to where I go, yeah, I gotta go. And Tiger Man, good morning. I don't think I've met you. How are you? Welcome. Uh, the house is coming along. I don't know. I sent some of the stuff. It even they were supposed to be done with all of the metal structure for the roof yesterday, and my wife called the bank because the builder said he's ready for them to come out for his second draw. So hopefully they'll be out probably tomorrow last time they were real quick with like 3 days. We had the money, and it's weird because the money comes to her, and then she gives it to her cousin, her brother, the builder, and so I'm hoping that, but it's going good. You got the people on it. They knocked it out in like, I want to say 3 or 4 days, and there was only three of them there. So the guy obviously knows what he's doing. You know, I know he's kind of in a hard place now because all this steel, because all the crap that's going on. I guess Thailand gets a lot of their steel uh, from China, and the prices have been going through the roof. So you know, I'm gonna we're gonna work out something. I don't want the guy. The guy's doing me a lot of favors. You know, I mean, it was gonna cost like 250,000 baht just to have somebody draw up the plans and take it to the appropriate places, and he did all that. And didn't ask for a dime. So he's a really good guy. Like I said, if anybody ends up wanting to build her, I think I would recommend him highly, and would say at least get a price from him. Doesn't cost you anything to get a price. So that worked. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I mean, I can't even walk and it's stuck. You know, it just isn't. And here in Surin, it gets hot. The thing I think I like, my I would rather be at the beach, but because I'm here, my wife and I've gotten over all that now. Uh, but I sure like the weather here in Surin. For in their cool, I guess, winter months was just awesome. But and I didn't get too much of that I remember in Phuket. So, but hey Bob, what's up, man? Um, but yeah, so the house is coming along great. I do want to get with the builder on a couple of things because the other cousin that's building the wall and doing a fantastic job. I'd like to get him started in a business. He's doing great, and he needs to make money. And I'll have a breakdown on the wall exactly. But man, it's coming in way cheaper than I thought. I mean, I'm 90, well, at least 80% done, and I've only got about 85,000 bought in it. So I mean, it's cheap, cheap, cheap. So he can make money doing it. I wouldn't mind backing him or helping him in some way because he he's doing a really really good job. But I've got some other stuff. If brother would shoot some, or the builder would shoot some levels in the back corner. I think I mentioned that on the last video. The back corner and the front corner, I could do some little bit of concrete work. Have him do that, and keep him busy. I'd like to keep him busy. He I was paying for four guys, and they've got most all the heavy work done. So I'm going to cut him back to him and one other person. And when they go to put the slats in, I'm going to, and I don't know exactly. I got to ask the builder or somebody. Maybe somebody knows here. There's got to be places where you can rent like a forklift and stuff, right? So I'll just rent a forklift, and they can lift all the slats and probably put them all in one day, couple three guys maybe. But it's the labor that's the cheapest here, and everybody's more than happy to work. They all need money. It was what Ween's. It was Mark Ween's at a front restaurant. Oh, okay. Not a big not a big person on French food. I think my favorites would be Italian because that's the way I was brought up. I mean, we had lasagna and every kind of Italian food you could think of for everything. Thanksgiving, Christmas, you know. But I think my favorite's Mexican food, man. I'm a give me a margarita and a Mexican restaurant and come get me in 3 4 hours. Uh, but of course, then I'd weigh 300 pounds again. But I don't. There isn't really. I haven't found a good Mexican restaurant in Surin, although I haven't, you know, beat the streets looking for one. I was gonna try to start doing maybe a few um, restaurant, you know, videos just to have something to put out there in case anybody does ever end up in Surin. But now with all the crap going on, there's no way. Like I said, my wife will kill me if I even try to go out and about. Although I will go over to the house every day. I'm hoping, still hoping for the middle to the end of July. Uh, is the way it looked. I know Foreigner Joe put out a video yesterday, and I think his date that he's supposed to be done is the 10th of July, uh, is what he said in the video. His house looks great. But the single stories, you know, they go. I don't know about all the stuff in the building, but something with two stories, you got to wait for concrete to cure, and there's some kind of a 7/14/21 day something or other. But um, him as being a single story went a lot quicker. Although I think that he used a lot of the red small brick, and I'm going to use the white brick. So I'm imagining the brickwork will probably go 10 times faster than that small red brick. Although I don't know all the stuff, and I'll find out. But and I'll also give breakdowns on exactly what everything costs to build. The first one that's going to come out will be the fence, and with the way that he put in the braces under grade there to keep the walls from doing this kind of crap. Um, I think it. Like I said, I really like the wall, man. He's doing a great job, and for somebody that isn't their forte, he's doing it. I'm going to have him build the pool and the pond, and then he helped me when I put in the koi pond because I was fresh out of the hospital. I couldn't do shit. It was already put together, but we redid it and added a bunch of stuff when I got out. Um, I did find some places. I put out a video this morning on the cost of some of the koi at that veterinarian. I don't know what you'd call it. I call it a feed store, but pet. But it's a he's also a veterinarian. But I did meet with the guy yesterday, and the prices for the Japanese fish are cheap. I mean, I'm going to definitely get some, but I don't really want to until I get the pond in. But I'll have the cousin do that, so he'll stay busy. Him and one or two guys for the next 6 months easily. Hello, Peter D. Yes, everything's going well here. Thank you for asking. Um, let's see. I missed something here. You know, a couple of people have told me that stuff that they don't get notified. I used to have that problem all the time when I used to watch um, "Live My Ass Off" Mike's all the time. He is not doing too much. His future wife and girlfriend came back, and then he hadn't seen her in a year, so they're making up for lost time and enjoying themselves there in Phuket, or they were all around. So they've been looking forward to seeing. Here, I should use this thing. I'm looking forward to seeing. Yeah, I'm interested too, Bob. I don't know much about it. Um, I know that you had wrote me about the welding. I know the way you are with the welding, but they had two welders there. Um, I didn't get close enough. I'm sure you know they don't even wear anything over their eyes, man. I don't know how the hell they do that. I guess by feel. I don't know how they do it. Hopefully the house won't fall down. I'm sure it won't. But the it's going good. I would like to meet with him and get some stuff for the other cousin to do so to keep because he hasn't worked in a while. Trying to help him out, which he appreciates. Uh, I had a little 150 scooter that I had gotten that I wasn't riding. He didn't have a scooter, just his wife did. I gave him that as a little incentive to get going, and he's done me right. So so it'll all work out, and I try to help out the family as much as possible. Um, the more that I can help them, the better. But yeah, everything's going good. Um, I can't get it to go fast enough. I'd like to move in there. I know my wife would like to move in there also, but you know, there's going to be a lot of landscaping and stuff like that. Um, you know, both a lot of work inside and out, as far as you know, making the place ours or hers more than me. As long as I got a big screen TV, a little desk to sit at, and a new laptop, I'll be happy. But and the kitchen stuff. I'm going to build the outside Thai kitchen because I like having a kitchen. I enjoy cooking. So uh, I definitely want to have a American style kitchen, a refrigerator that isn't this big. You know, I'll go out and spend if I got to spend 40, 50,000 baht on a refrigerator. I definitely want to get the one that can actually fit something in, and then I'll get a nice built-in stuff and the hood and that kind of stuff. And then she's got another cousin uh, that does cabinet work. So the brother, I guess, part of his contract is putting in the lower countertop or whatever it is, and then the other cousin will come in once he starts doing the block work and the kitchen's enclosed and start designing upper cabinets and that kind of stuff for the kitchen. But it should be nice. It's perfect. It's right at like 2,100 square feet in American terms, like 195 or 8 or something, right around 200 square meters. Um, it's perfect size. The two bedrooms for the kids are upstairs with one bathroom, and then downstairs we got a room for her mom and dad to stay in if they so wish. We have a big master bedroom. We have an ensuite in our bedroom, and then another bathroom downstairs, and then a living room, and kind of an open concept through the kitchen all the way into the living room. So it's perfect, perfect size. I don't. I think at this point in my life, the bigger is just a pain in the ass. My wife that passed away, she hated the fact that I always wanted a big house because she said I have to clean it. You don't give a shit because you don't have to clean it, but I have to clean it. So if it was up to her, we'd have a one bedroom, you know, house. But and now I'm more on that train of thought, you know, or that state of mind. Uh, just a nice house, a nice clean kitchen. You know, we're gonna get you know, nice tile. It'll be a an American style house. So it's going to be. I can't wait. Hopefully he sticks to it. He says it's going to be in July, so we'll see. Once they get moving on it, and you know, like in the beginning, hell, I figured they would have been done by now. The way that they kicked it in the rear when they started the job. I mean, I was really impressed with how quick they moved along. Um, but it's yeah, there's Mitch. How you doing, sir? Um, I got your message. I wrote you back, but I was typing with one hand and trying to read something else with my other hand with my other phone. So, but yeah, you know, Mitch was saying something about the fish and nothing more. When I had my house in Agua Dulce, which was, in case people are semi familiar with California, it was about 10 or 15 miles from Magic Mountain. It was in its own little valley. It was a real nice horse property type stuff. And I had I had six ponds, and I had a seventh breeding. And there was nothing better than the big one that we had in our yard. And we had a trellis over the top and big waterfall and stream. And you just sit by there and feed the, it was Nothing more relaxing to me anyway. And if you're in Thailand, the biggest thing about the fish is um, the hardest part about keeping koi anywhere in the United States or anywhere that has a cold climate. You can keep koi down to the water temperature of 35, 30, 34, 33 degrees as long as it doesn't freeze solid. You have to keep a hole in the ice. They make little heaters that you can put so you can keep koi. The problem is all your bacteria dies at that point. And when it comes out of a winter, it's basically you're trying to build up your good bacteria, that your nitrogen cycle, and the bad bacteria, it it blooms first. So you end up with sick fish, and it's a pain in the ass. I've been here, or I got the pond. It's been over a year. I've had those above ground, that above ground pond. I haven't had one single sick fish in there, and I do some preventive stuff, but not much, because the water temperature is always awesome. They grow 10 times faster. Um, I'm really looking forward to doing that pond over there. And anybody that comes here and wants to get into something, I'd be more than happy to help design or tell you what you need to do. But hell, I built all the filters that I have now. It's not the greatest in the world, but it works perfect. They're moving bed filters, and I have pumice stone and different filter. I got matte, Japanese matte, stuff like that. But that little above ground pool is way overcrowded. There shouldn't. If that was in the United States, if I even had that in California, I'd have all my fish would probably be dead. They'd all be at least sick. Lost boy. I don't think I've met you before either. How are you? Welcome. I'm in Florida, but I lived in Palm Springs, California, 25 years. Southern California sucked. California, period, has sucked for a long time as far as the taxes and all that kind of stuff. I was born and raised there, but I used to go to Palm Springs all the time. Let's get this right. My first wife, um, she was a high school sweetheart type thing, and she worked for Bob's Big Boy. Ended up going to uh, Palm Springs area, Palm Desert. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I used to go out there all the time. And while I was dating her, sort of, I cleaned my. Did you? Yeah, mine. The way that I'm gonna, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get either a drum filter, which are real expensive and probably not. It's not going to happen, or a Nexus. I don't know if you've ever seen those before, Andy, but they're pretty much self-cleaning. You just put them in. They have moving beds in them. At least the Nexus does. So do the some drum filters. But you're talking about American money, $3,000-4,000. You know, so I don't. Maybe I will. I don't know, but I think I'm just going to build in some concrete deals. It's going to be a from the bottom drain coming up into a chamber, settling chamber, and then go up and down through probably brushes, filter mat, rock, and then two moving bed. Should be plenty. Um, but some of those nexuses are real nice. But it's nice when they're. I'm going to make this one very easy to clean, so it because it could take up a lot of time. But mine I only clean twice a month, maybe sometimes once a month, and I've got, man, I don't even know what I got in there. 60 fish, and they're all good 18 to 24 inches, or most of them are. But it's I don't know. I enjoy watching the fish grow, and it's nice. It's going to be right off of our back deck in the back. Um, when we put in that one bedroom, 3 meter by 3 meter with a deck on top, kind of guest house deal, it'll be nice. It's going to be right next to the pond. We're putting about 200 pounds in a 10-pound sack, but it should be all right. You know, we'll we'll manage somehow. But it I enjoy it. I enjoy fish. I've had them for how long has it been? 35 years or something, on and off. Um, Up where I was in Bass Lake, it was kind of a. I never really got off and running in it. I was working and stuff. I hadn't retired. When I retired, I ended up, going and taking care of my cousin that had the ALS and stuff like that. So I never really got into it. When I got here to Thailand, I said I'm just going to check into it because the Thai fish are very good quality fish. Nothing wrong with them. And like I said in my video, and I tell people when they get fish, is if you're not going to show the fish, just get what your eye looks at because you're the one that's got to look at them. And they have some really nice. They're taking Japanese fish, bringing them into Thailand. Thailand breeders are breeding Japanese fish here in Thailand, and they're of great quality. And the prices, I don't know if anybody watched the ones there, but the prices are there's some real nice fish there that are in the where am I at here? In the uh maybe 12, 14, 18 inches, maybe 20 inches that are running between 1,500 and 3,500 baht. So, between 50 and 115, $20 in the States, a Japanese fish like that at let's say um, 20 inches could go as much as 500-600 bucks, depending on what it looks like. Maybe even more if it was something you wanted to show. But just a nice Japanese fish like those are what 5 times the amount of money. So it just makes sense if you don't. And if you, I asked him, I said, do you know anybody with a little bit larger Thai fish? And he said no. So that's all right. I'm going to make a deal with the guy, and I'll go spend a little bit there. My wife isn't going to let me go crazy, but I don't know if you watched the video, but she picked one little one out, and I said, no, you wanted this one. Oh no, I want this one. Okay, she could be worse than me. I created a Frankenstein monster. She really enjoys the fish also. That and her flowers. Her flowers are her best thing. Yeah, and you know what? They're so expensive. When I was in Ken or in Agua Dulce, I had a couple of I could have shown. I didn't, but I bred them, and I don't know, maybe $15,000 fish, and um, it. You can spend a fortune, and some of those ones in Japan were $500,000, $150,000. Hell, the Japanese people have them in their will because the fish will live 40, 50 years, or at least 30, and so they actually have them in their will. But some of them are just magnificent, when you see them. Excuse me. But the fish that they have at the Serin, I don't think too many people know about it. Are very, very reasonable, and especially now. I mean, around the house, at least it gives me a little something to do. Go out there, clean something, feed them. You could feed the koi with this kind of weather. You can feed them 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. Depending on what your filter is capable of taking ammonia out of the water. But as long as your filter is big enough, hell, you can feed them every time you walk by. So the fish have a tendency to grow a lot larger here. It'd be nice if I had a 20,000 gallon pond, which is what I would have if I wasn't limited on space. The pond's going to be 3.5 meters by 4 meters, and it's going to be or three by 3.5. It depends. I got to measure everything. I'm going off of what's on the print, but it's going to be about 5,000 gallons. It's going to be 6 foot deep, and it's perfect size. A 5,000 gallon pond. I always tell people if you're going to build something, you don't need to go crazy, but if you're going to build 1,000 gallon pond, build a 3,000 or build a 5,000, because you're going to end up um, tearing it apart in a year and building a bigger pond. So, but they it's easy. It's real. It it isn't a chore. I mean, it's there's nothing worse. It's like having animals. Like I said, in my life, I've been up and down and sideways. Never really cared about anything, but uh, now I don't know, something in me with like I said before, I used to drive around up in the mountains trying to hit animals, and now I cry if I hit a damn squirrel. Like I tear up. But it's kind of nasty. When your fish are always sick, you get attached to the damn things. I'm attached to every one of them that are down in there now. Hey, CD, I don't. Oh, I keep forgetting I can do this. I can read it better. It's bigger. I don't like investing in anything that can't function without me, because I never know how much longer immigration will let me stay in Thailand. Who will care for the that's a true fact. Um, it I don't know. Thailand needs people here that can put money into their economy. Do I know for sure that you're going to be able to stay forever? I don't know. If I didn't get married, I mean, I still wanted to get my retirement visa, only because I didn't want to bother, going every 3 months and having to go to him, or doing all the stuff. But they they want us here, as far as I'm concerned, unless you're an asshole, and causing them some kind of grief, or trying to live off, or working illegally, or doing something like that. They want you here to spend your money. Um, you don't have to worry about that. If you ever have to leave, I'll come get your fish. Where are you at? But yeah, I understand what you're saying. It makes sense. Uh, Yeah, I don't know if yeah, it's a good sized pond, especially for the house. The pool's going to be right next to it, and it's the same size pretty much, except it's only going to be neck deep on Nitnoy. She can't swim that good anyway, and I just want it just to get out of the heat, and get wet, and it's all going to be covered, the pond and the pool. So the backyard's basically going to be 90% water. Uh, my big pond's 6,000 gallons, but no more koi's held. That's the worst thing about it. Like I said, you get attached to the damn things. I know I did anyway. Anytime that one would get sick, and I mean, I was injecting them. I was doing everything right. Most ulcers and stuff like that, I can take care of. But you get something that's real tricky, and wants to evade you, and keeps coming back like a nightmare. It makes it not fun, you know. But like I said, I've had these for, I want to say, like 15, 16 months, and I haven't lost one fish. I lost a couple when we first got them and crammed them all in there when they were small. But that was from just stress. And when I bring any fish in, I make a bath of potassium permanganate, and it pretty much kills everything. Because the worst thing that I always found out was, whenever I could be like happy as a clam. That's why when she bought that fish, I told her that we're going to put that in the little goldfish pond we have outside. 99% of the time, if you buy a fish and bring it, and everybody will say, "Oh, my fish are healthy. My fish aren't sick. You're no bugs. They got nothing." Put them in and kill half your fish. So I always dip. People go through salt, and they say potassium permanganate is real abrasive and harsh on fish. And you know what? I never had any problem. It's a wonder drug when used correctly. Can you kill all your fish? Yes, very easily, just by not calculating the right percentage for doing it. But I always dip all my fish before. Every time I've gotten fish, my fish have always gotten sick, until I started doing potassium permanganate dips, and I haven't had any problem. Let's see. I keep forgetting. I can do this so I can read. You should be on the road kill. Kangaroo. I must have missed something then. For what? I've been called that by all my ex-girlfriends and ex-wives. I agree. They want us there. They're just flourishing with situations like the rest of the world. Yeah, I mean, if you're here and you can meet all the requirements, and the best thing for me and what I like is the retirement visa, because from what I understand, they want to make it. They want people like us, Mitch, here desperately. And from what I understand, and I don't know for sure, but it's hearsay, but I think it's going to happen, is they know that the people are complaining about the 90-day reporting. And, me, it's no big freaking deal. They made it so you can do it on the internet, although I never do. I just take the day and drive down there, but doesn't cost anything. But I heard they're going to abolish it for the reason to make it easier and people not, because a lot of people say, oh, this immigration system's the worst, and it's about, I've said it before in videos that I've done. It's as bad as you want to make it. You want to act like an asshole, yeah, you're going to have the most miserable time you've ever seen. If you act decently and treat them with respect, and yeah, are you going to have to bite your tongue? Yeah. I have many times, because they'll say, here, I want you to get this, this, and this. You come back the next day and they say, oh, I don't need this, but I need this, this, and this. And you just got, okay, go get it and come back. But once you figure it out, it's good. I have no problem. And it makes it nice to have a Thai friend, a Thai girlfriend, a Thai wife, someone that speaks Thai. But the retirement visa, to go once a year. Now I know exactly everything that we need. I did it for the first time in February. We had to go back twice. But now I know everything that I need, and I'll check it up. And I'll probably it's still going to take 2 trips, but it only cost me 1,900 baht. And some people that are getting it and paying somebody to do it, I don't know what they're paying, 10,000. They pay a lot of money, and it's pretty simple. Every woman I dated has made poor choices. I always made poor choices in women. That's why, my wife now swears that my wife that passed away is her angel also, and put us together. And I said, well, that very well could be true, because besides picking her, the other 400 or 500 women that I ran around with when I was younger, not one of them was good except for her. So I'd have to admit somebody had to step in, because I'm not good at choosing them. And this one I got is just top of the frickin'. She's just, you're looking at the luckiest man in Thailand and the luckiest man in the world. Let's see. I heard the first time you did it. Yeah, and I don't even know if you have to. Maybe you do. I did hear that too, Andy. But yeah, and like I said, it took me the worst thing about being in Surin is the Surin immigration office is over by the Lao border. I think it's Lao border, and it's like an hour. It's over an hour, about an hour drive from where I live in pretty much the center of Surin. And it's there because of all the people that come across the border in and out of Laos, and or it could be Cambodia. I'm messed up a little bit, but anyway, it's far away, so you got to drive. It's 2 hours, and that's if you only spend 30 seconds there, and that's all I spent. I went in there. Now I had dealt with one man there who was just a super guy. Like I said, when I was sick in the hospital, I had everything done, and she got a letter from the doctor, something from the nurses, and my wife, I'm talking about her, my girlfriend at that time, and took everything to him and actually got me uh, my retirement visa, or finished it while I was in a coma. So that was nice. So I've dealt with this guy, and I've never given him any crap and stuff like that. And she, she talked to him. Plus, it kind of helps because of TOT too, because they do all the the cameras and the this and the that and the internet and stuff for the government places. So she almost kind of like knows them, or they know she works, whatever. No special treatment or anything, but he would just lay things out, and whatever he said was pretty much law. I need this and this, and that's what he needed or wanted, and I'd give it to him. But the 90 days things, I've went twice or three times, I can't remember. um, and I was there for 10 minutes, you know and did it help being nice to him and all that? Yeah, it did, as far as getting in, and him, here, give me that. He'd take it and boom, 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 here you go. So that helped a little bit. But as far as, I don't know, I'm a firm believer in Thailand, man. You can't talk me out of Thailand. And like I said before, give me a place that I can go swimming in the ocean on Christmas Day, and that's going to be one of my top tens. So is there a lot of other places? Sure, but everybody's saying Vietnam. I don't know. Vietnam, I kind of got a bad taste in my mouth because of my age. But it and plus Thailand's just a nice. I don't know. If I have to pay this much more to live in Thailand, I'd rather live in Thailand. Let's see. I think chocolate. Yeah, yeah, I think he does. He does everything right, as far as I'm concerned. If you got the money, by all means. If you don't want to be bothered, and I think his is just, I've got the money and I don't want to be bothered. So I just give it to them. They go do it all, and he's happy. They're happy, and that's the greatest thing in the world. But if you don't want to spend the money, it isn't really that difficult. But if you don't want to be bothered, by all means, you can't go wrong with getting an agent. No doubt, no doubt in my mind. But yeah, the people in Pattaya, they've got it. They've got it tough. I feel bad for all the people that invest in the businesses there, but mainly for the Thai people. I mean, if I'm an American and I've got a business down there, probably 9 times out of 10, it's not all my money that's in there. Where if you're Thai, I mean, that's your life. They make enough money to pay their electric bill and get a bowl of rice. They're woohoo. I'm on top of the world. Yeah, yeah, because he got the elite visa too, right, Mitch? He got an elite visa. Those aren't cheap. Um, but as far as with the retirement visas, it cost me, like I said, I can't remember when I got when we first got it. I had to spend a little extra money, but it's 1,900 baht to get it, to get it renewed. And we asked him. He said maybe next year if you want to do it, but I wanted to get it done, and of course I waited, too long on the one to get it into a marriage visa. He said it would be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Now, why don't you wait till next year? And I said, all right, I'll wait. I'll wait till next year. But I know you have to have half. You only have to have half of the money. Not that I don't have 800,000 in a Thai bank. I just use I've got a Chase account in the United States. They give me a pretty good rate. Like right now, I think I got 30 and a half or 31 the other day. They got pretty decent rate. They only charge me $5, and if I move more than 5,000, it's free. So I do it all from my iPhone, and I just move it in once a month. I think it has to be 68,000. That's to add up to the 800. I usually move about 80, somewhere between 80 and 100 uh, over, and then then I didn't have any problem. The only thing, if anybody's listening to this, somebody there, a lady there, I didn't go to the man, told me I could get a 6 month um, deal from straight from my bank, which was Bangkok Bank, which is great bank, by the way. Um, and got down there, and he said, oh, no, no, you got to have a year. Well, the local branches will not give you a year's statement. They have to send it to Bangkok, and then they mail it back. It takes a week. So that was the biggest glitch on that I didn't know. And I think Joe went over it, and so did Chuck of No Time to Be Sad. And you have to have that. It takes a week to get. And then once you've got that, and you highlight, my wife highlighted all the deposits that were wire transferred in. Again, I do the wire transfer straight from my iPhone, so it makes uh, it makes it easy. Cambodia border immigration. Yeah, so it's Cambodia. Okay, um, and that's the places I want to go. My wife has um, her mother and her father grew up on, one of them grew up right on the Lao border, and the other one grew up right on the Cambodian border. So her mother speaks a little bit of Lao, and I want to go, and I thought maybe I was going to get to go to back to the United States in October is what I was hoping for, and then start doing some traveling because I'd like to go to Vietnam. Uh, I'll have an open mind. I'll go and check it out. But I want to go to Cambodia, Laos, um, all the surrounding countries. Singapore, which I heard Singapore is like way expensive. Not a millionaire yet. House for sale. Yeah, that's right. Maybe how long do you think it's going to take to sell? I heard places are selling quick, man. At least they are in California and where I'm at, because I'm thinking about maybe selling mine. I was contemplating it, um, and everything that I heard, because I'm up above, I don't know, 3 4 hours from Frisco, but a lot of people are trying to get out of the cities and buying up in the Sierras. So we'll see. But just can't give it easily. Yeah, especially when you work hard for it, right? Hey, Grinch, how are you, man? Do you know? Yeah, it is. It's possible. Sure. There's ways to do it. I never checked into it, Grinch, but there's ways to actually open up uh, a corporation and do some stuff that way. You'd have to have an attorney, um, but there is the possibilities of doing that. I know the condos you can buy because you're not really buying the per se the land. So as a foreigner, you could do that, but um, there's like mine. Everything's my wife's. It's all her money. You know, I just trying. I just get everything done and helping out with the little crap. But of course, I pay the payment. But the yeah, there's that was another thing because I had touched on. I don't know if you were here. I was touching on how they want people to come here and get retirement visas and spend their money here in Thailand. They want us here. They uh, they're trying to abolish the 90-day check-in. And another rumor that I heard, and these are all rumors, although I know the 90 days they're gonna do that. Um, hey Chris, how are you? Uh, but I heard also that they're going to do there's some kind of things to where they're trying to change the laws to where me as a foreigner can own a certain percentage of the house. Like let's say me and my wife. My wife would have to own 51% and I could own the 49%. Something like that. And they're trying to make that available to people. Some people it makes a difference to. Maybe Joe it does too. To me, it doesn't. It's hers. You know, um, whatever I have in the United States is going to get sold. Is going to go to my kids, and uh, and then everything that's here in Thailand is hers. You know, so let's see where we at. Hello, what do we got here? Singapore bubble, Jacqueline. Yeah, I just heard that it was like expensive there, and yeah, I don't know. Cruise. What else? What did it say? Houses hit the market the 6th Thursday. I'm anticipating feeding frenzy. Uh, that's what I was. That's what I was thinking too. I bet you. I bet you you're gonna have. It's like the old days when I was selling stuff. When I got lucky. When I was years and years ago. Hell, you'd list it for something and you'd sell it 2 3 days later for more money than you listed it for because there was 5 or 6 people bidding against each other to buy the damn place. But that's good for you. What am I got? Well, everybody's saying hello. Yeah, exactly. And that's what they would get into bidding wars, which was fine with me. I just sat back and let my realtor shuffle the papers. And when I saw something that thought was good, I jumped on it. I let my passport expire end of May. My passport eight. Oh, okay. They have a. I don't know if they have it. When I got mine, I paid the extra money. I think it cost me like 250 or $300 or something to get it fast tracked, um, and they did it right from my post office, right in right up by my house. So I don't know if that's something that you got it, but I got mine way quicker than 8 to 10 weeks. Hello, Jack. I don't know if I met you before. How are you? Welcome. Get my second vaccine shot in 2 weeks. Didn't I? To travel to Thailand. Yeah, and that's where I had talked about it more too. I'm kind of screwed, regardless of what I think about the vaccine. I've got to get it. Even if there's a chance that it could kill me, whatever it is, I don't really have a choice because I know that maybe the United States might let me in without being vaccinated, but I'll never get back to Thailand. I can guarantee you that. Listing it with an agent, the market here. Wow, that's great. That's awesome. That's what you want, Mitch. That's a good start to get going on your retirement. Yeah, I don't know if I met you before either. How you doing, Stuart? Um, yeah, I agree. But do I think that it's going to? Definitely. They're already talking about passports here in Thailand. I think they're more for long term, expats or Thai people. And I said it the other day. They're going to put some kind of a passport or a endorsement stamp or something, but it has to be signed. And I heard it's all hearsay stuff that there's only 6 people in Thailand that are that meet the whatever to sign it. So I don't know how they're going to do that. Yeah, I heard a couple people saying that they had planned on and had their 7 days set, and they got information and emails saying no, it's 14 days, and had canceled it. And there's some people that I think are in. I think that's what you're talking about. That are in a 7 day and now have to stay 14. uh, Hello, Jack. Yeah, I don't have a choice either. If I want to see my grandkids, like I don't know a lot of the people that don't know me, but I was real sick right at the beginning of all this stuff in January, February, March. I spent 2 months on a ventilator in ICU here in Surin, and then a month in a private room. And I had my fourth grandchild daughter born in February, and I haven't even met her yet. So I got to get on that. My other thing was all along, even when I was doing my uh, tourist visas, my plan was to. I always went back. I didn't got my 30-day, got my extensions, went back in 90 days, got a flight back to the U.S., spent 1 week, 2 weeks, saw family, saw friends, and everything, and that worked out perfect. And now I see my son. We do the FaceTime thing, and wave at the kids. But after 3, 4 months, I'm jonesing. So I'm hoping to get back on that cycle again. Yeah, I don't blame them. It's just that I'm not. I don't have any choice uh, because of what I just said. I want to go. I want to go see my. I want to see my friends and family. What is this that I miss? Yeah, everybody that's gotten theirs. Keep me informed if one leg gets shorter than the other, or something good. I've been on the waiting list for 4 weeks. See, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I keep threatening to call my doctor. I'm going to have to call my doctor and find out what I need to do, because, from what I understand, I mean, I'm a foreigner. I don't know what are they going to give me, and I really, I hate to say it, but I really don't. I don't want the China shot. You know, Not that I don't trust China, but I don't trust China. So, and I know they're having problems with them all. It's kind of a, like I said, I can sit here and bitch about it all I want. I'm going to take it, but I got to find out. I heard some rumors, again, all rumors, that it was 3,500, 5,000 baht, which really doesn't matter to me. But the yeah, we're all guinea pigs, right? And of course, but I couldn't survive for. If you have the dough, I seen some people that had. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to last. I bet you're going to have to have a booster in under a year. That's my guess. Again, I'm guessing, but they had some nice rooms where they had an outdoor, their own little private pool, and you could get outside and stuff like that. It was even going. Some of them, they probably shut all that down, but those bigger ones, you could actually get onto a golf resort, and after 3 days or something, you can go out and golf every day if you wanted. Now I don't know if any of that's open again. I'm going to guess and say no. I don't think so. But the yeah, I don't know. I got to find out, because I'm gathering. It would sure be nice if I could get back and not see. I don't want to. I don't want to go back to the United States and then come back and have to do a 14-day queue, and have to, I don't know what it would cost, 3,000, 4,000 bucks. I mean, I'm not going to want to stay in a subpar room. So, I don't want to spend that kind of money. With that kind of money, I could do a whole year's worth of trips back and forth to the United States. I did notice that the airfares come down considerably again. I want to say it was about 600, and that was on a was it through Japan or through Singapore? I think it might have been through Singapore. See, before I took the cheapest flights possible. I took China Air or whatever it was, and I think the cheapest I paid was 420 some odd dollars round trip to LAX, which is just dirt cheap. But I didn't realize how much the Chinese people didn't like white people. And when I got off in that airport, man, I never got so many dirty looks in my entire life, and that was way before all this crap came down. But yeah, so I won't be flying through China. uh, Stuck in Florida, we have to get what we are given, no choice. Okay, and that's in Australia, right? I don't know what it is here. Like I said, it was really weird because I haven't been to my doctor in the States for 4 years, and me and my wife both went there, and I got an email the other day that said, "Come on in, we have the shots." So I don't know what, I guess you get them for free, and I guess you got to pretty much take what they got there. But he just sent out a mass, email to all his you know all his thing. Maybe instead of the bar. Yeah, maybe Chris. You can buy a $4,000 filter. Yeah, the Nexus. If you ever get a chance on looking at them, that Nexus 320 um, would probably be the way I would go. I did find out the other day, yesterday, that they do have a dealer in Thailand, right outside of Bangkok. So I might still end up with one. If I do use one, I'll probably put it up on my deck in addition to what I have. Build a box around it and use it as a pump fed. You can either use them as pump fed or gravity fed. And it was about that. I want to say it was 35 or 4,000. No, maybe it was 3,000. I don't remember. I just looked at their website yesterday, actually. Yeah, exactly. Well said, Chris. I've been to China. General people are nice. It's the people, authority. That's yeah. It was mostly. I have to say that it was mostly not so much the people. Although I did find them. God, I shouldn't generalize like that, but um, they don't look where they're going and they just mow you over. I'll leave it at that. But you're right, Andy. The people that I was mainly talking about getting the dirty looks for was the authority in the airport. Let's see. Here's my theory. I will take 25 to 30 years for the job. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mitch. Uh, I don't know. Like you guys are like me. I'm gonna have to. I got to take it. Like I said, I'm not gonna see my kids. For retired military regulars. Well, there you go. That works. Um, yeah, it's just I know that you get it free there. I got to find out, and I'll try to I'll try to give people some information on the people that are here. Most of the people that are here, they know what's going on. Um, you know, I I try to I try to keep things at least a little bit positive. You know, that's why I like to throw the fish in every once in a while and take some pictures. In fact, I'm going to do an update on the tilapia. They about doubled in size already. So I'll probably do a video on the two little tilapia deals, and that's still up for par. Like I told you, I don't know if I think I did. I wanted to do something different, and on the wedding, I was going to leave the temporary ponds in the back and fill them full of tilapia, and then kind of like picking your lobster out when you go to a restaurant. You pick your tilapia out, have couple of guys back there, gutting them and frying them up, or cooking them Thai stuff, whatever. And my wife said, "Oh no, we're going to be a good day, Buddhism, a good day, and you can't kill anything on the property on your good day because I'm combining. Whoever's here is welcome to come to. Combining the actual house warming deal and our wedding. We did the legal part of it. We didn't do the Buddhist part of it. What am I missing here? I'm already 58. Yeah, you're ahead of the game. You are. What did I miss? Did I miss something? What did Chris say? No Chinese people. Fuck you. I just here. I'll tell you what pissed me off a little bit was when I was on the plane. Didn't matter whether you were, I mean, you look at it. People stand up. They go row by row by row by row. And when it's your turn, you stand up and these people come right by you. I finally just started sticking my arm out and just holding them back and looking at them. And then they stopped because they were probably a little frightened by me. And I'd stand up and go because I just got tired of having to wait for them or getting run over halfway trying to get out of the seat. And I know that 90% of them were Chinese, and that's all I really have to go by because I don't, I didn't hang around with a bunch of Chinese people, but and I guess it's that way on everything. Maybe I'm just being a little too critical. When I'm on a plane, and especially when you're making that flight, 23 hours, maybe you get a little, maybe I get a little cranky. Beijing. Yeah, I was in Beijing, but I never left the airport, so I don't know exactly what it was like. I know a lot of people like to fly and take those real long um, layovers and stuff to go check everything out. I just you know hunker down in a corner and sleep. Yeah, I've never been there. Um, I don't know if I would enjoy myself because I don't know if I don't know if I would feel comfortable like I feel here in Thailand. Maybe to visit or something like that, I would. Um, I would probably check out China. Daniel, I don't know if I've met you. How are you doing? Pleased to meet you. Glad you could join us. Who went? Chris is going. Good night, Chris. I just caught that. Alrighty. No, I'm caught up. Yeah, see, keeping that 10 to 15 people I can handle. Anything over that, I'm lost. But yeah, so I don't know. I'd like to do. I was hoping to do more traveling. I like I said, I told you everybody before. I bought that Air Asia 3,500 baht deal, and I could fly pretty much anywhere inside Thailand for just taxes. Cost me like 100, 200 baht to I think it cost me 300 baht to fly back and forth to Bangkok. So it's real cheap. It paid for the tickets for me and her when we went there to see her daughter Thai dance at the school. So, but now, but I have until December. So maybe something will open up. I guess it all depends on what happens with these cases. If they, if they mellow out or stop dropping. I didn't look. Did they get less or more? I heard somebody talking. I was thumbing through some YouTube stuff saying that it went up, but the numbers I looked at, it was like 1,800, and I thought it was like 2,200 the other day, but they said it went up. So I don't know. I didn't look at it. Teacher had given me the link, and I joined the YouTube channel um, that they do their Thai reporting. Um, their I don't know what it's called, the CCD or whatever they are in English, and it's really informative. They tell you how many people. They said I heard something too, like 21 people had passed too. So that's definitely more because I think the most was 15. But I don't know. They need to. I hate to say it, and I said it the other day. They need to lock down, man. They got to lock down all the providences like they did before, and do a 14-day deal. They do a 14-day deal. I guarantee you, there won't be any here in Surin. Bangkok, they're going to have a little bit more problem. Other places, say around farm villages in China, the people are completely different. I would imagine, and I'd have to believe that, especially if you're telling me. Most definitely, it's pretty much that way. Like I said, after sitting on a plane for 20 hours, I was probably a little cranky. Um, but because I when before I got sick, I was like 300 pounds. Those seats aren't made uh, for people my size. So not only did I have to fly in the air forever and sit there, and of course I smoked too. So now at least before years ago, I can remember when you could smoke in those tubes, and they actually had a smoking section, and I was like one off from it one time, and the stewardess came over and said, this is a non-smoking. I said, we're in a tube, man. All this smoke, you just look up and the smoke is hovering inside this plane. But I have to admit, man, I was just horrible. I've been smoking since I was 12 years old, and never thought that I would quit. And it's been over a year, almost a year and a half now. Of course, it makes a difference when you know probably if you start smoking, you're going to die. When you have that in your head, that makes your choices a little better, or a little bit thinking more about it. What was this one? I caught part of a live stream. 700 in the chat. Boy, I'd be. How do you even manage that? Man, I'd be going crazy. Let's see. Jack says I had bought June 2020 air from Singapore to Chiang Mai. The airline extended my ticket for another 48 months since. Well, that's cool. Yeah, and the flights that I was looking at, I use that Just Fly, Just Fly app, and the they hey William, how you doing, man? Everything's good with me. Um, and I think it was under, I want to say 600 and something dollars round trip to LAX. So I thought that was reasonable. Everybody's gonna say hello, 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 and I'm caught up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I get up. I don't think I've ever broke 20 people, Mitch. One time I think I had 18, and I'm lost. But I guess you just have to tell people if I miss something, just retype it, and I'll try to answer. But yeah, so that's reasonable, and that's what I can afford to do three, 4 times a year, something like that. Because especially if I get rid of my house now, not that I'd have a problem. I got my mom's house, my brothers, my friends, other family. I mean, I could go have a place to stay is not a problem. And I keep my vehicles and what stuff I have down at my mom's house, and she lives in the San Fernando Valley, house I grew up in, and I just take the flyaway from LAX to the valley, and then she picks me up. It's about a 5-minute drive from her house to the flyaway, so it works out perfect. And I keep my wife's. She had a brand new Jeep, and I got rid of that, and then I was driving her. What year was that? 2008 or nine. Uh, what was it? Saturn, Saturn View, the all-wheel drive one, because we were up in the mountains. Great car, awesome, awesome vehicle, and so I keep that there, and I just keep the minimum. In fact, I took the insurance off of it uh, just recently, only because it's been a year and a half. So not that it's much money, but let's see here. Morning. Everybody's just saying morning. Okay, I already did that. What's this? Andy stuck in Florida. Agree. Get out of the tourist areas. Yeah, it was that way when I was in Costa Rica. Also, I felt bad for the people in Costa Rica because they were kind of like they reminded me quite a bit of the Thai people because they're really family oriented. They do the same thing. They take care of their elderly. They're pretty close. Reminded me quite a bit. And where I was at Cocoa Beach, and I was real close to the airport, the new airport they have. I was actually staying in Hermosa Beach, which is right next to it. And the only place that the people could make any money was in the tourist towns, which right where I was. Well, because the tourists are there, the rents are higher. They were putting 20 people in a 1 bedroom, or a 2 bedroom condo just to be able to make it because they were eating rice and beans. They're just like the Thai people, even if they made decent money, they sent it home and lived off of what they could. So I give, yeah, the and to get to know them. And where I lived over in Hermosa Beach, I lived at a real nice. I rented a real nice place, awesome place overlooking the ocean. And but down below me, there was a big community of all the people that worked in the hotels and everything. They would put them up in this little community, and I used to ride my scooter down there and go to the beach and stuff. And I met quite a few of them, and 99.9% of them were really good people. I think it's the same in every. Yeah, I agree. Uh, yeah, I know that they give you whatever, right? Exactly. Yeah, they always looking to help everybody out. I mean, the Thai people and just here. I mean, I've found a big giant place in my heart for them. You know, my family here, just awesome people. You know, they'll do anything. I mean, my mother-in-law would. I got to stop her from making breakfast and doing shit for me, because otherwise I will. You know, I've been holding my weight pretty good, but I need to lose 30 pounds at least. If I went down to the weight that whatever this index told me, I'd be a skinny little. I couldn't even survive. I'd die. I don't know how the hell they think that you know a man my size is supposed to weigh 128 pounds or something stupid. What did I miss? Did I miss something? Same and every. No, I got that one. I remember having a Google Translate chat with an old lady selling drinks in Thailand. Yeah, exactly. You find people like that. That's the same way I am. Like even now, you know, uh, I try to spend the money with the family. You know, help them, help the people. I was always that way. You know, if I could buy stuff in my local little town up in, up above, up in the Sierras. Did I drive once in a while down to the Walmart and this? Yeah, but I tried to spend money locally just to help the people. I mean, they got businesses. These people like Home Depot and Lowe's and all that. They're putting all these people out of business. Thank God we had the little hardware store. The man that's been there for 100 years, uh, selling used pipe and stuff. But they always had something to fix. A broken pipe or something that you needed. He would have it. But it yeah, a couple of things I have to do. Thailand is just a place that I'm going to die, no doubt. Um, I love the people. It's very reasonable to live here. Like I said, if I had the money that I had when I was 30 years old and I came here, I'd have been dead in 7 days. And I think I said that a few times. Maybe it wouldn't even have lasted 7 days. But it's just it's nice, to have, where are you going to go? Even if you're getting, let's say, 14, 1500, let's say 1500 on Social Security in the United States. Where are you going to go to live on 1500 bucks? And you can honestly live here in Thailand. Are you going to be living like a king or on top of the world? No. Are you going to be able to go out a couple of nights a week and have dinner and have a nice one bedroom with air conditioning and a nice clean facility and all? Yes. You're going to be able to have internet. Yes. You're going to be able to pay your electric bill, your water bill. Yes. You know, you're not going to do that. I know. Hell, if you want to live in California anywhere, it's going to cost you $1,800 a month for a bachelor's apartment. So um, I don't know. Anybody asks me, Thailand's the place to at least try. And I said this before too, is if you're going to retire and you're going to go someplace other than your country to retire, try Thailand, man. Because all you got to do is, you got to stay 3 months or so at least to probably get a decent, place to stay for a decent amount of money. And then if you don't like it after 3, 4, 5, 6 months, go someplace else and check it out. But I would definitely put Thailand in, and it seems like most of the people that are watching this channel are teachers or any vlogger that's in Thailand. They've already got it. they've been here, they like it, they like what they've seen, so they're going to give it a shot. But it let's see what I miss. Did I miss this? Went back to my so true stuff. You the shirt off, yeah, definitely. Can I just hit this button? Yeah, I bet you she appreciated it. Did it go to the next one? No. Okay. What was this one? My time. How you doing, Craig? I don't know if I met you before. Pleased to meet you. Glad you can make it. My Thai mother-in-law found like those deep fried pork ribs, and for her, the last 20 years she cooks it every when we visit. Yeah, yeah, I know. She usually stays here. They have their own place, my in-laws, and she usually stays here. She'll stay here. I don't really have. She just we have a giant couch. She'll just crash on the couch, and her dad'll stay too. Sometimes, most of the time. And then in the morning, she'll go to my wife will drop her off at her place on the way to work, and then pick her up on the way back, and she gets to do stuff around her home and then come back here. But every morning, if I don't tell her the night before, she'll come in with rice soup or fried pork and sticky rice, and I'm just going, oh my god, the people are just unbelievable, unbelievable. See, Andy and Mitch knows everybody. I hadn't met you before, had I, Craig? Yeah, the people are just unbelievable. I think Thailand is a great place for Western retirees can wind down. Yeah, I mean, I had to learn to slow down. Um, Once I retired, like I said, I was a little bit busy because my cousin, who was basically a little bit younger than me, a couple of years, we were real close. He got ALS. I couldn't go through the whole thing, but I went about 2 years with him. I retired a little bit early, and I went down there for 4 days a week, and then came up to Central California with my wife uh, for 3 days a week. And I had my motorhome down in his yard, and tried to help him out when it got to be real bad. Set him up in the van and got his wheelchair, and did that. But when he really needed a caregiver, that was gonna. I told him I really can't do some of these things with you. I just can't do them. Um, uh, the so it was about 2 years. But then after that, then it was like it was kind of neat. I kind of liked, or I kind of got used to going, getting up in the morning, and go, oh hell, man, maybe I'll just go back and sleep for another hour, which I never had the opportunity to do most of my life. But am I missing anything? Oh, okay. Well, cool. Appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks for coming by and seeing what it's about. Um, I'm not very good at this stuff, but I try to do the best I can. I just new to it all, but kind of having fun because I'm a little bit on the board side, and it was actually um, teacher teacher Thomas Thailand. He was the one that basically kind of put a bunch of shout outs for me. Originally, I did an interview with Joe, foreigner Joe, that he's supposed to put out again. He's redoing it because he changed his channel. Uh, it was a good interview, but I don't like looking at myself. And now he said, well, just stay behind the camera and talk a little bit and get used to it. Now I'm kind of used to it. It does, keep me, gives me something to do a few hours a day, whether it be putting content together, editing, or I'm trying to do live streams every couple of days just to, because of everything that's going on, keep people. Oh, cool. The house build. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. In the desert of California, under the where are you at? I was born and raised in Southern California, in the San Fernando Valley. Uh, and I don't know if you heard me talking earlier. I was talking about the koi fish and the place I had in Aqua Dulce. Uh, That's kind of deserty. But I have most of my family and stuff is in Temecula. They moved there years and years ago, but most of them, we all grew up in Chatsworth, Reseda, in the San Fernando Valley. A lot of them have moved out and tried to buy homes where they could get them cheap enough when everything went through the roof, and ended up out in Lancaster or Palmdale. But I'm fairly familiar with most all areas in California. Born and raised. Desert Hot Springs. Okay, that's better than most of the desert I just talked about. But yeah, so I don't know. So like I'm try to do a little live stream every couple of days to keep myself motivated, and try to put some kind of a you know, give people some updates. Temecula, yeah, yeah. They've been there. There was I have one family, one of my uncles that had seven kids, and about half of them moved to Temecula right before the boom, like 30 years ago or something, and they love it there. Uh, they've been there, like I said, a long time. Um, but I don't know. I went to Temecula the one time I went there, and I had a convertible Corvette at the time and drove out there, and the wind was blowing like crazy. I went to my cousin's house. It was like a sandstorm. I said, "Man, I'm out of here." So I took out. But I've been there a few times. It's nice. I like it. Hey, do you follow Kevin in Paradise? No, I will. I will check that out. I don't have my phone here. I'd put it in right now. Kevin in Paradise. I will. I will check that out, Andy, and see what it's about. Jack says, "My goal to retire in Thailand when I reach 60. I'm now 45. Kids are young. Cost of living." Yeah, you know, I put in all my videos and stuff like that. You know, my biggest regret in life is I could have done a lot of this stuff earlier. I could have done it with my wife before she passed away. Um, and it's really weird when you lose somebody like that. It's always woulda, you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know, the hardest thing that I have is trying to beat that. But the you know, if you're 45, if you can retire at 58, if you can retire at 59 and a half, I would retire it as soon as possible. They call it tender spot springs now because Mike Tyson's building a ranch for concerts here, and grow factories have exploded, drive-through services and all. Yeah, I've been around that in my life. Did a lot of growing through my. Okay, that's it there, Mitch. Okay, cool. All right, what did I miss? I'm trying. Good luck with your dreams. You won't regret. Yeah, right, William. I mean, if I could have done it, because I think I was trying to think the other day. I think I said, I think I retired at 53. Does that make sense? 53. I don't know. I have to look it up so I know for sure. But I definitely had plenty of time because I'm 60. I'm going to be 65 this year. So I mean, I had over 10 years to where I could have been, you know, someplace. But like I said, it was kind of weird too because I explained before that my wife that passed away, she believed every country except for America was third world countries. They peed in the streets. They were dirt roads. They didn't have any infrastructure. You know, no light. It was just a haven for people that wanted to kill you. I mean, she had all these things, these crazy things in her head, and I just had finally talked her out of it right before we found out that she had leukemia, and we were going to come for 3 months, and then all that crap broke loose, and so we didn't go. Yeah, it is very expensive. That's only what I heard too, Andy. Very expensive. Uh, right, am I caught up again? I'm amazing. As long as I keep 10 people, I'm in good shape. The only thing is when you retire, the time seems to pass fast. You know, you blink, or at least I did. Ever since when I had my 40th birthday party, I was making a lot of money in air conditioning then. My wife and the my best friend's wife, who basically owned the company that we started together, uh, he we our two wives got together and rented a giant yacht that we cruised around. Can't even remember Huntington Beach. I forget the harbor. We cruised around. They probably spent $50,000 on this 40th birthday party, and that was what 25 years ago. So it was an enormous amount of money. I think it was 200 people there. So it was outrageous. Anyway, after that point, it was like every time I blinked, 5 years was gone. Boom, 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 boom. Now, I try not to even think about it, but to tell you the truth, I don't know. Did it slow down or did it get faster when I stopped? I don't remember. I think I don't know. I think it still goes by way too fast, put it that way, whether you're retired or not retired. That's why I tell people, man. And then with that run in, because I always thought I was Superman and invincible and, bullets will bounce off me and, and crap. But that 3 month stint over a year ago changed my whole outlook on life. I had the greatest girlfriend in the world, who's now my wife, and um, I couldn't have scripted. I couldn't have scripted anything better. You've heard me say that probably. I thought Kevin in Paradise changed his name. A few new channels on my girlfriend's name. Or though. I retired early. It's been 4 years. Where has the time gone? Yeah, you know, it does go by. That's why, like I said, if you got it in your mind, yeah, I'm going to retire when I'm 60. Like my kids and grown and everything. If you can retire 1 hour earlier than you anticipate, I would say go for it. Move your flight up an hour and get somewhere an hour earlier. I stay up late and rise early. I slow down the time. Yeah, I don't have much luck with that. I sleep like shit. So I go to sleep and I sleep for an hour and I'm up for an hour and I sleep for 2 hours and I'm up for a half hour and just rotten sleep. And but I always go to bed. I try to lay down at like 9 o'clock, and but I always get up at. This morning I was up at 4, which is even a little earlier for me. He still has his old channel and posts on Kevin and Paradise. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Ah, I made it through again. Well, I'm good when there's only 10 people in the room. Get up to 15 or 18 and I'm lost. So what has it been? An hour and a half already. Wow. So what second goal? Okay, let's see the second goal. Second goal, Jack says, to get a simple camper van and drive visit around. If it's something that you can do or want to do, I say do it. Sleep till 3 a.m. Yeah, my Thanksgiving meals. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, I was telling the people I've got my Harley back at the house. I gave it to my son now though, but I still have I've got a 2006 Triumph Tiger. They're not the best, off road deals. You can take them off. I got knobbies, so they were kind of meant for that, but they're a little high centered. The new Triumph Tigers are awesome, but the triple, it's got the 955. I bought it because I got it for almost nothing. They were I didn't want to go out and buy a BMW, but I right before she got sick, I started wanting to go motorcycle camping, so I got everything for it. I still got it at home. everything, all the lightweight um, stoves and dishes and cups and lanterns and tents and everything fit on this Triumph. And I wish I had it here. It's a little bit. I'm almost. I think I'm 5'10". I think I shrunk. I think I used to be 5'11". I'm 5'10", and my feet just barely touch the ground on it. That's how high it is, and it takes a whole shitload of money and crap to lower them. Not they don't make it easy, of course. The engineers. Why would anybody want to lower my perfect bike I built? Typical engineer. But for the money, I think I paid $1,800 for it. It had 100,000 miles on it, but the guy that owned it was a BMW mechanic, and he rebuilt the whole thing. Thing runs like a top. So anyway, that's just sitting at home because I figured, why sell it? It's like not even worth it to sell it. But and if I try to bring it here, I know they'll probably try to tax the living crap out of it. What am I looking at here? I don't think I can. I think I have to buy the premium. As soon as I get off the today, I'm going to buy the premium StreamYard. I didn't realize that I needed the anything from StreamYard until right before this live stream. I tried to change my camera from 70p 720p to 1080, and it says, "Oh, you need to upgrade for that, and you need to upgrade if you want to do more than I think it's 2 hour live stream, and if you want more than four guests, But so I'm just going to do it. It can't be much money, so I'll do it after I get off of here. You guys are going fast now. Oh, that's because I got 11. Okay. But yeah, I'd be up for something like that. 1 a.m. here, but I took an old man nap 4 hours ago. There you go, Bill. uh, I haven't got the stamina. I don't think I do either. My wife's probably waiting now downstairs to go over to the house or to make me something to eat. I don't even know what time is it. Oh, it's 12 o'clock already. Holy crap! All right. Oh, we got 3:05, 1:05, 10:05. What's this one? I used to be 6 foot now. I'm 5'5". Yeah, I don't know. What's the shit? What's the shit about shrinking? I don't understand it either, Andy. Gravity, right? Right, Rich? Okay, gravity. Oh crap! They gotta have fun doing this. Yeah, damn gravity sucks. Go barefoot. Uh, my big brother Dave, don't spend too much money. No, I won't. But I don't know. I get such weird. I got a bunch of um, advice when I started doing this. Oh, people don't like to see Power Director in the corner. You need to buy that. People don't like to see the little the things in there. They don't like. You got to have good sound. You got to have great video. You got to have this and that. And I understand all that, but um, you know. So I don't know. If it's a lot of money, I won't do it. I got all this equipment here. You guys should see all this shit I got. Uh, get that buy me a coffee link going and we can buy you a beer or coffee. Yeah, no kidding. uh, I said from the beginning, I don't know why I'm uh, trying to get this monetization thing. I was doing it originally because I was under the understanding I could live stream from my uh, from my phone straight through YouTube. Now I use StreamYard because the other day I tried to get on YouTube and the damn thing wouldn't let me on. Rainy day for 2 weeks. Watercress. Uh, hi, wife. Say hello.
Hello. Maybe I will go to Big C.
You're gonna go to Big C? Who's gonna go?
Me, mom, and the kid.
Okay. I'm gonna be off here in a little bit. I think I'm gonna end this thing in a minute. Everybody's had about enough of me. I have the Power Director on my phone, and and I bought it. And then I know they have a deal for the laptop. I didn't get that. I got God. I don't know how to say it. Starts with an M, um, and I don't know how I bought it. You know, it's one of those things. I said, "Oh, mine's the Best Buy. This one," so I bought it. But it works good. I know how to use it now. I don't know the name of it, but uh, I know how to use it. So what were we talking about? Oh, so what I think I'm going to do is we wanted to try to you know give back to Thailand somehow. So they said that you can actually make whatever I don't know, but anything that I make on this channel is going to go back to the Thai people, some way or form. I don't need it, and so we'll do different things if it ever gets. What am I gonna make? Yeah, I got 8 cents this week. What do you guys want to do with it? Gotta go. All right, William. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna go too. I gotta go, guys. Under orders from the bay. Lunch. Yeah, they're. She just informed me they're gonna go to Big C. I got excited when I was younger, and then I realized centimeters. There you go. I need to go off now. Need nutrition with kids. Hey, it was nice meeting you, Jack. Hopefully you'll join them. I'm gonna try to do them every couple of days. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that little bell thing. And I supposedly supposed to get notified. Some of the people saying no. Stuck, I think, said he didn't. Yeah, that's it. Where was it at? Who got it? Craig. Yeah, that's it. It I don't know. Maybe I'm used to using it now. It probably would have been that way with anything, but it seems to work pretty good. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end it. Like I was saying, anybody that's new here, I'm going to try to do it every other day, and we'll see how long that lasts. I'll try to get a little bit of more information while I'm laying around doing nothing, and have a little bit more information for you. So everybody, thanks for coming by, and yeah, cool. I'll see y'all on the next one, and hopefully day after tomorrow. And like I said, I'll try to get a little bit more info. I don't want to completely bum everybody out, but I should have. I'm living here, hell, in Thailand. I should at least know what's going on. So it was nice to meet all the new people that stopped by. Thanks so much, and I will catch you on the next one. Everybody, stay safe, man.